Guess who got brands talking? Brandlive.co.za.
Hello, everybody. What up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yeah, we're almost connected, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
We connected.
Starting a little bit late. My name is Tiani Ngonyama, and chilling with Mr. Who are you, Chief?
My name is Misho.
Mishongobeni. Yes, that's right. This is Mishongobeni, and you are connected to the Geeks Connect Show, coming to you live on Brand Live on one of the boxes in 27 boxes.
As you guys can probably hear, I'm breathing quite heavily. You know, I was running up the stairs and you know, like I had to go through like 3 floors of stairs to get here. So I'm here.
Congratulations, you finally went to gym.
I go to gym every day.
But what's happening, my guy? What's happening? Where have you been turning up? What has been happening?
Not much, but a lot. Weird, I'm saying that, but not much has been happening. But a lot has been happening behind the scenes. So parts of what I've been doing is going up and down. You know, parts of it is preparing for the hack. It's been a bit crazy, but we're getting there. That's basically more or less what I've been really doing this week.
Oh yeah.
What have you been up to, T?
The South African Engineers Without Borders chapter hosted the IoT Design Challenge, IoT for Social Good. So that's where I was all weekend, which was happening in Pretoria at the Innovation Hub.
How was that? How did it go?
It was all right. There were a couple of teams. So it was basically the University of Pretoria versus the Tshwane University of Technology. UP versus TUT.
I wonder who took that one.
Oh, it was obvious. TUT. TUT killed it, man.
TUT did it.
They killed it.
Nice. Shout out to the TUT guys for rocking it up. I mean, TUT's got a lot of potential, you know, minus the whole strikes that's going on. There's a lot of good stuff that's coming out. I mean, the talent there from TUT. I mean, look at us. I mean, we from TUT.
Speak for yourself. Yes. Yeah, but the challenge was quite interesting. They were building solutions. They were building network sensors that senses and looks to explore the living conditions in informal settlements. So, for an example, is living in an RDP house better than living in a shack? Or is living in a shack better than living in an RDP house? So they were installing various sensors looking at natural gas sensing, fires. They were looking at the relationship between noise and crime levels.
Right, so those are really interesting. I mean, I think it was what heck was it that we went to? The Kimberley one, the NCDev. There was parts of that, them trying to figure out what's going on within the townships and rural settlements. And it's good that you know, people there's data, there's a lot of information there, but there's not really anyone who's collecting or documenting it. So it's good that that was one of the focus around that.
Yes, and another thing that was happening, the reimagining the future of water. Remember, we spoke about that hackathon back in June.
Yeah.
So this time around, they did the final pitches where they had to showcase that this is the progress that was done, and some new projects as well, like the project of farming with Watson, using machine learning, using natural language processing, using AI to help farmers analyze and predict profit margins in farming. So this was to help new farmers. So the device, you just plug it into the soil and then it gives you real-time data analysis using Watson intelligence.
Interesting. I'd actually love to see that in action. It's funny that you guys were doing something in the agri space. For some odd reason, I'm having a lot of interest in that space, because I feel just from a South African point of view, we should be doing a lot around the agri space. So yeah, happy that guys are doing that, and those that have finally got a chance to play with Watson, which I hear is a very really cool tool.
Yeah. Of course, the Geek Culture Annual Hackathon is happening. Misho is pretty much stressed around that. A lot of activities happening.
Do I look stressed? Look like I look. Yeah, man, stressed.
Yeah. Anyway,
So while you wherever you are, right, you can join us live on Facebook. Use the hashtag GeeksConnect. I see some of you guys are joining. Welcome, guys. We're also gonna go live on Instagram. Also, drop us some of your questions, comments using the hashtag Geeks Connect on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Yeah, and what was your favorite minister in South Africa?
For me, Fikile.
Oh yes, okay, yes. So Fikile Mphalwe is quite an interesting guy. He was going to an interview in one of the news channels. That channel has started.
Oh, you saw that?
Yes, that channel that starts with an alphabet. So someone says, "Mr. Minister, please give me a shout out," and it's like, no, they don't do shout outs on that channel. This is not your TV.
No,
yes,
that killed me.
Yes, but on this show we do give shout outs. We do give shout outs as well.
I almost had to type shout out while looking for another. Yeah, so we dropped shout outs. Who you want to give shout out to?
Yes, so today we want to give a shout out to an app called Kids Aid. We have this session La Pekaya in this show where we just check out the local talent. What are local tech is doing? What type of innovations are emerging from the South African tech ecosystem?
Yeah.
This is the weekly checkout.
Awesome.
Yes. So the Kids Aid app, it empowers you as a parent to have first aid information available to you anywhere, anytime. With step-by-step instructions, you will be able to ensure that your child or infant is treated immediately for the effective results. So you can check out kidsaid.com. So this is when back in 2015 it was named as one of the top 10 apps in South Africa. Yeah, so you can go check out the app. Kidsaid.com. You can check out on Android, on Windows phones.
Don't laugh at Microsoft like that, bro.
And iOS platforms. I'm sorry about it. Just always get to that point.
I won't comment on that one. So yeah, I like the concept of the app. I mean, there's a lot of things that could happen to a child, and as a parent, you might not know how to go about doing stuff around that. So you might need such an app, for quick assistance around that. So yeah, to all you parents out there, what do you call it? Kids who?
Kids Aid.
So Kids Aid. So like a first aid kit for kids. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. So if you are working on a cool app, you're working on something. Do drop us a shout. Connect@geekculture.com. You can check out on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube, at Brand Live Radio, at Geek Culture, #GeeksConnect.
Awesome. That's the place we connect. So drop us your comments. We're ready to check them out, listen to them, read them out, and hear what you guys are thinking. I mean, at the same time, tell us what you guys are doing. See, some of you guys are giving a shout out. Good morning. Caesar, we see you. Ernest, what's up, bro? It's been a while. So yeah, I'm doing my shout out, bro.
Okay, doing a shout outs.
Yeah, my shout out to Ernest James Loveland.
Yes, it is Heritage Month, and we are looking at all things geeky. What makes you to be a proud geek, Misho?
What makes me to be a proud geek is, it's a love for tech. The ability of what tech can do, what I can do with technology, what I can do in terms of helping the community, helping the people around through the use of technology. And I think one thing about geeks is we stand out. We're different. We're the same, but we're different. We like smart people in our different ways. So that's one thing I like about being a geek. And the playing with the cool tech. That's definitely one of my favorite points of everything, playing with the cool tech.
Yeah. So we are now going to take a quick ad break, and we'll see you just after this.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za. If you're looking for an information technology and communication solution company suitable for your small or medium-sized enterprise, then look no further than Hive ICT. They aim to provide SMEs with the same level of service expected by large corporations without sacrificing the personal relationship they have with their customers. Offering remote and on-site support, as well as IT system design, network design and installations, server and workstation maintenance and web design, web application development, and more. Visit www.hiveict.com right away. Making a bold statement yet blending into the surrounding suburbs of Melville, 27 Boxes is a realization of edgy design and practical implementation. A radical departure from the shopping malls of our generation, yet not a return to the high streets of our youth. 27 Boxes showcases the best of a shopping centre set in a garden, surrounded by the bohemian suburb that is Melville. 27 Boxes, shop, play, eat. Brandlive.co.za.
So someone is welcome back, guys. So someone is saying our mics are on during the advert. You know, we doing radio different. You know, as much as we go on a break, you know, we still want you guys to see what's happening in the background.
No. The reason for that, this is a digital radio. Things are done differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll see us after that. I mean, we'll be taking star pictures while everything is running. There'll be phones moving all over the place. It's how we do it.
That's how we do it. We never switch off the phones. We never switch off the devices. This is digital, baby. This is the age of the digital.
We connected live like that. What's up, Monet? I see you.
Yeah. So today, pretty much of the stuff is about the gig heritage. I was expecting Micho to come here wearing his traditional gear, but I'm glad that at least you're embracing your geekness. You know.
What's your traditional gear, T?
Well, I've got a cool jacket with my name. You know.
We need to put this on Instagram.
No.
Flossing. You got a cool. This guy's got a jacket with his name on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Levels, Papa.
Yes. So we do have an interesting show for you guys. We do have a guest that will be joining us in a short while. Someone will be telling us what is the health of the digital ecosystem in South Africa, and we'll also be looking at some of the cool techies in the country. We'll be looking at some of the innovations that have been coming out of South Africa.
Yeah, so stick around, continue dropping us. We just went live on Instagram.
Oh,
so there's T with his famous show us your famous.
Okay,
don't okay. Yes.
Anyway, so now we're going to check out some of the. Misha is distracting me.
How am I
Misha,
distracting?
behave.
I'm behaved.
Okay. Yes. So right now we're going to check out some of the innovations that have been coming out of South Africa. You know, we're always saying that we need to look at modern science. We need to look at modern technologies. People who will be on history books in the next few years. You know, because most of the books that we have, it's mostly international people. But what about South Africa? What is the health of innovation and technology in South Africa? And we're going to be telling you guys about 3 cool innovations that have been coming out of South Africa. Just wait till you hear this.
All right, so let me drop the first one.
Okay.
One of the cool innovations that's happening within.
Drop it down, down.
All right, so that's our DJ there. He calls himself DJ Innovation. Does music as well. Don't know why. But anyway, the cool. We still connected.
Are we?
Yes, we are. We're just
Okay.
taking a breather.
All right. The first thing that you probably didn't know that price check is actually a South African innovation. Price check is South Africa's leading price comparison app. It compares millions of products across thousands of categories from hundreds of stores. Discover fast cell phones, tablets, electronics, jewelry, fashion. Okay, those are not our stuff there. Flights, insurance, pretty much anything you need.
Have you ever used Price Check?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Mind sharing what you're using it for?
I use Price Check to check for laptops a lot and phones, especially the LG phone and the Lenovo.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Anyway, another thing. This is pretty cool. Go Metro. You know Go Metro, right?
Yeah. Justin and his crew working on Go Metro, yeah?
Yes, but Go Metro is already the best smartphone app for commuters who want to get to work using public transport.
You know, one thing that impresses me about Go Metro is the evolution. It started a lot with just being an app for people who are on the metro rail to know about when the next train is, if there's delays, or to notify their bosses. But now there's advanced to doing a lot of things in the transport space, connecting basically the transport sector, and for making it easy for people to commute. So that's one thing that has been impressing me a lot about Go Metro.
Yes, Misha, you know that Uber is a public transport, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just stop that thing of you saying that you don't like public transport. You do use Uber.
Who said I don't like public transport?
It's you. You
When
must
did I say
embrace
that?
technology, Chief. You must embrace technology.
I like public
Even Minister Mbalula yesterday said that he likes Uber. You must be able to embrace technology.
Of course he has to say that in public.
Okay. Yes. Another cool South African innovation. Is the South African-owned George Prattle invented the Patley's putty while trying to create a glue that will put components together in an electronic box. The substance was used to hold beads of the... You'll never believe this. South Africa was part of the Apollo Apollo 4 mission, the Eagle landing craft. So the South African innovation that was invented by George Prattle was used in the Apollo 4 mission.
But I think that's something that we South Africans are, sleeping on a lot. There's a lot of really good stuff being done in this country. It's just a pity we're always hearing the bad stuff. But there's a lot of great stuff that has been done. I mean, last week we spoke about some of the things that are happening in Kimberley. Who would have thought? All those different starting points happening in Kimberley. So we need to acknowledge, and embrace our local innovators. We mustn't celebrate them the moment they're on the other side of the world. We must celebrate them while they're here.
Yes, one of the things that happened this week, Gogo Esther Mahlangu.
Yes,
she has her own boulevard in the New York, in the New York of the States. That's yes, in the New York of the States, man. Don't look at me like that. But yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. She has her own boulevard. So the cycling lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have on there. It's designed with some of her painting patterns. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, I saw that it was like all colorful. It's in Ndebele colors, right?
Yes.
Artwork.
Yes.
It's
beautiful, man.
I mean, all the way. So I saw a tweet. Someone said, that's a good example of saying that your time is coming.
Yes.
It might be delayed. Doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It might be delayed. And we're talking about a go-go here. I mean, who's international?
Yeah.
Have you seen there's a BMW that she also has her artwork. Design on that BMW. So she's pretty awesome. Shout out.
Just like the sun found its sunshine, so you too, Misha, will find your Misha's shine. So relax, Chief. Anyway, an interesting thing that was reported yesterday. Did you know that in South Africa, actually Facebook is used by adults at most?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Facebook used by adults.
Yep.
But it makes sense in a way. I mean, they caught on very late. And I think that's why we're having things like Snapchat and Instagram, because the young ones are running away from Facebook. Would you accept an invite from your elders?
No.
Why wouldn't you accept it?
I like my privacy.
So maybe that's one of the reasons why we're seeing Facebook being dominated by lots of elders. And they just jumping in and they new to Facebook, some of them. And I'm pretty sure a lot of young people are like, nah, I'm not going to accept your invites. Or if you invite me, I'm leaving Facebook and I'm going somewhere else. So we see you people who are telling us that you're no longer on Facebook. We know why now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are still tuned into the Geeks Connect Show live on Brand Live Radio in one of the boxes at 27 boxes. Yeah, man.
We still.
It can't get better than that. Broadcasting live in a box.
I wish I could show people what's going on inside this place. there's actually a lot of constructions happening. There's a lot of constructions happening, and you know, you can't even hear the sound. It's quite busy. So this is going to be one of the hot spots within Joburg, Melville to be specific, where there's a lot of, you know, those markets, crafts and outdoor activity that'll be happening in boxes like containers.
Yes. And we spoke about this a lot. SnapScan, that's a South African innovation.
Yeah.
And a lot of these marketplaces are now only taking payments through SnapScan. And it's quite fascinating of how the marketplace is going digital. I love it.
So that's what we want. So, but the other nice thing is there's competition. We also love competition as well. So SnapScan going against Yoyoko. They might be different here and there, but that's what we want to see. But also we want to see, you know, people within the whole township economy. I mean, all informal businesses, right? They should not be excluded because you only carry like a card, you know, like tea. People bless us like tea. We don't carry cash. So if you are carrying a card, you know, you should be able to make a transaction and grow their businesses while you're there. So that's where this kind of innovations come in.
Yes, we are halfway through to the show, and we just want to quickly give you top 3 signs that shows that you are indeed a geek.
Drum roll, let's go.
And by the way, out there, what makes you a proud geek?
So let's ask that question. Let us know what makes you a proud geek. We're going to type it here. You're going to read your comments when you guys post. Tell us what makes you a proud geek.
Yes, but one of the reasons is that you know more about the product than the people working at the stores.
Have you ever experienced that?
Yes.
That's so irritating. Like, you go to a shop and you sit and listen to these guys and they're telling you, yeah, it does this, and you're like, okay. And then, yeah, it does this, and like, okay. They tell you the basic stuff and you feel like sometimes they even tell you wrong information because they think you don't know anything. So it's just weird.
Yeah, so Mission knows a lot of stuff. Anyway, another reason is that you are the IT support to your friends and family.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So it goes back to that notion that a programmer is not a PC repairman. Yeah.
I think we shouldn't even say a programmer. We should say, just because I studied IT, you know, we must print a t-shirt like that. Just because I studied IT doesn't mean I can fix your computer.
I didn't even study IT.
Oh, excuse us. What did you study?
Yeah. Anyway, moving on. You spend a lot of time looking for new ways to do simple things. That's Raul right there.
Raul.
Yes, that's Raul. For every simple situation, for every simple application, Raul will always find the hardest way
of doing it.
Yes.
Now we see you, Raul.
Yeah, those are some of the things that say that you are indeed a geek. Of course, in terms of geek confessions, we have marked some of the restaurants that this is where we go because firstly they have Wi-Fi, they have power points as well. So mostly we just go there and chill the whole day.
Yeah, so that's another thing about that's a nice thing about being a geek. You know, you can work from anywhere. The main request is Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Are we connected? That's what we call Geeks Connect. We connected. As long as we connected, man, there's a lot of danger that can be done.
Yeah, just imagine going to an event that does not have Wi-Fi.
You might just as well go home.
Oh my God.
You might just as well go home. Like, what's the point?
Oh, geek lord. Anyway.
So T, they say you studied arts and culture. Okay, we see you. And then Diona, if I'm pronouncing it right, it says, I actually had to force my mom to delete her account. So I wonder what you're doing that you require your mom to delete her account for her to stay away from Facebook. You want to confess?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to an ad break and we'll play a jam. Listen live on brandlive.co.za, brandlive.co.za. After that, we'll go to an interview with one of the coolest ladies we know. Yes.
Peace.
Away.
brandlive.co.za.
Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Grow! Yeah. Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.bstownmedia.co.za.
Are you an innovator and solution provider? The Innovation Hub is looking for entrepreneurs in the ICT, advanced manufacturing, bioeconomy, and the green economy sectors.
If you have an innovative prototype or startup business which addresses an existing market need and you're predominantly based in Gauteng, we invite you to apply for one of our incubation programs. For more information, visit theinnovationhub.com or call 012-844-0000. The Innovation Hub is a wholly owned subsidiary of the Gauteng Growth and Development Agency.
You know what I liked about the break? There was an advert from the Innovation Hub about a challenge that they're running or competition around that. So anyone who got to listen to that, just follow up with that with the Innovation Hub.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome back to the Geeks Connect show. We'll now be going to an interview with one of the coolest people we know. Palesa Sibeko. Where do you know her from?
I remember the first time I met Palesa. It was this very same time I met with Jessica, which you'll see at the hackathon. It was at the venue, a place called the venue. I was so amazed. I'm going to a venue called the venue. Some event there. I was sitting on the same table with them, and she was just talking about tech. What's going on in the tech space. I was like, oh, okay, she's really cool. She's like playing around with gadgets. Then I got to meet her a little bit later. Her and her partner Vince.
Business partner Vince.
Yeah, business partner Vince. Business partner Vince. Through the Inquisition stuff that they do. So yeah, that's how I know Palesa.
Yes. Palesa, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Welcome to the show.
All right, thanks so much.
Yes, Misha has been trying to describe where he met you before. But quickly, just tell us, who is Palesa Sibeko?
I'll start off by saying that Misha has a great memory. I don't even remember that incident at the venue, but it's fantastic that he has a great memory. But I feel like I've known him for a really long time. So it's to describe myself, I think is just that I just love to learn new stuff. It's probably like my biggest strength is just being able to learn new stuff and turn that into value. And I enjoy things like traveling. I enjoy music, love art. I game a lot. Like I'm a video gamer. I've been doing that since I was 5 years old. Yeah. And then also co-founded 3 companies, one of which Inquisition, and also 2 others, Signal, which is a technology company, and Girls Invent Tomorrow, which is a non-profit. So I guess that's the quick version of who I am.
So guys, if you want to meet a real geek, we asked what makes you a geek. Maybe what makes you a geek, Palesa? Besides the fact that you've been playing and you've been gaming since 5. And I mean, the companies that you're mentioning, all of them are in the tech space, or playing in the tech space. Or what makes you a geek?
I grew up in it. My dad is an engineer, and so I had computers around me all my life and all of that. So it's been an integral part of my life. So I suppose what makes me a geek is that I've made it. I don't see any other way to live. Let's put it that way. And also because of my curiosity as well. I think what's really great about geeks is just being able to chase after things that they're curious about and want to tinker with them as well.
Awesome. All right, so that's good. What do you guys do at Inquisition SA? I know things have changed a bit, but what is it that you guys are currently doing? For those who don't know, maybe you can also tell us about Signal as well. Just what's the difference between the 2 companies?
It's actually a tough question for Inquisition. But the way that I've described it recently is that we're a workplace experience design company. So we have this belief that work needs to be a lot more human, needs to be fulfilling, it needs to be a part of your life, basically, that you actually enjoy. So what you find is that a lot of people really don't. I mean, Sunday night for them is just, the most horrific time. You hear that carte blanche music. It's like, I want to go through this whole thing again.
Yeah.
And we believe that's the exact opposite of what it should be. It should be something that you really enjoy, that you want to go into. And the way that you can build it is things like, having companies that align with your purpose, or being allowed to be creative in a particular space and all of that, in order for you to be able to do the best work of your life, basically.
Yeah.
And from the company's perspective as well, I mean, if they have those kind of people who are very curious, or very creative, and have that energy, I mean, they get the benefit of more productive stuff, more innovative stuff as well. So, lots of benefits really for people who actually want to be at work.
All right. And then from a Signal point of view?
So Signal is our startup. We still consider it a startup because we're still testing business models and so forth. That's more of a physical computing company, meaning that we combine, say, custom hardware and software to create really awesome real-world experiences.
Yeah.
So we've done everything from enhancing events with gesture-based photo booths, and most recently, actually, with Fagugesi, who created the pass. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Pass.
Oh,
So,
that was you guys.
Yeah, so things like that, and we're really experimenting with a lot of stuff. Lots of fun. Really enjoy that kind of work.
All right. So if you're one of those people who like playing around with electronics, hardware, mixing hardware and software, you should check out Signal. It's spelled as
SIGNL.
SIGNL.
And L. On Twitter, we're SIGNL Labs.
Nice. So do you check it out? SNL, SNLG.
SIGNL Labs. So it's Signal without the A.
Signal without the A Labs on Twitter as well. So do check it out.
And you said you went to university, Misho. Anyway,
well, university doesn't necessarily mean.
I mean, I just proved that live that university doesn't guarantee a lot of things in life,
That's for sure. And I actually believe in self-driven learning. So the teachers or the lecturers can only do so much. It actually is up to the person to go and learn themselves. You can even learn.
Yeah, thank you for having my back. So you see, T, we blame the university.
Anyway, Palesa, the last time I saw you, you were doing a design thinking session at one of the hackathons by the Blue Bank, Standard Bank. What do you think it's important to have such sessions for developers, the design thinking, and do you think South Africa is adhering to those standards?
So I think design thinking is, we should think of it more as a mindset or an approach rather than just, being a stickler to the methodology. And what I really like about it is that it gets people to start thinking about solving a real need, like go and find out what that real need is, and then start developing solutions for it instead of just creating solutions and hoping that they just kind of like work out. And also you can see as well if it enhances people's lives at all, or is it just adding to more clutter in those people's lives. So lots of really great benefits. Design thinking itself, it provides a really great methodology to follow for just about anyone. You don't even need to necessarily be a seasoned designer in order for you to go and follow these steps, which can help you along a path of creating these solutions that actually meet your real need. So I really enjoy it in that perspective. And I think in South Africa, from what I've seen from the incubators and so forth, a lot of people are developing this along with other methods like Lean. And I think that's encouraging that people are trying out all these things. And to be more beneficial, I guess, if it went even further than just the incubators and went into schools and so forth. I've seen this with globally, anyway, in other countries where people have started using things like design thinking in the learning curriculum with great results.
Do you think that we should have a design thinking session in Parliament? We'll reserve that comment for another day.
Well, the thing is, you can apply design to things like policy. There are actually policy designers. Really, really fantastic stuff that happens there. It's very inclusive. For instance, it's driven by actual, like real world things and so forth. So it's not just the highest paid person in the room who's making decisions. It's just like we can all see objectively that this is the need that we need to fulfill. And then how do we get to there? And yeah, so I think there is definitely great potential within the government space to explore design.
Awesome. Each and every guest that comes to the show always asks them to tell us some of the books that they have read that can inspire others. Do you perhaps have 2 books that you would like to share with the listeners out there?
Yeah, sure. So I really, 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 really love reading, and I think it's one of the greatest gifts you can give your child. And I got that from my parents as well. So the 2 books that I've read recently, though, that I think would be beneficial for other people, one of them is called A More Beautiful Question by a guy called Warren Berger. And he talks about developing a questioning mindset and how that can be a key to innovation. So what I really like about it is that you're not just accepting things as they are out in the world. You're actually going to question them. Why is that thing this particular manner? Can we do it a different way to get different results and so forth? So yeah, it sounds like it's very basic, but it's when you think of any celebrated innovator in our time, it started with some sort of question, and this book explores that sort of thing. And the second book would be Deep Work by a guy called Cal Newport, and it addresses the lost art of being able to just deeply focus in a world full of distractions as we have right now. And I personally found it fulfilling because I found it really, really hard to just concentrate on one task or one idea at a time to get to the depth that that was needed in order for me to benefit from it. So I've even went to the extent of minimizing distractions such as Facebook. I don't really go on there anymore unless I need to do it for work. I'm not saying other people should do that, but for me, it was just the way that I could minimize distraction.
Yeah.
And also just filtering notifications on my phone. Like, I want to control my life. I don't want my phone to control me.
Exactly, like a million notifications, people sending him emails nonstop. Crazy.
Yeah, so that sort of thing, it actually really distracts you from thinking deeply. Well, for me, it was just really deteriorating my life, the quality of my life. So I really like this book. It also has some practical stuff that you can do as well. But I need to reread it really to get more of those. But the main message or the main action that I took from there is just like remove the most obvious distractions.
I'm picking up a lot of distractions, focus, thinking properly. Right. How do you go offline? What do you do when you're offline just to get away from everything? Mine is not connecting to Facebooks and whatnot. Let's put technology aside. How do you basically refresh?
I like to connect with people, just having conversations that don't have phones in them. So I love meeting up with friends. So if we have a meal, like put down your phone, let's connect as people. Like connecting with my family as well. They're really fantastic people to talk to. And yeah, so I think the human connection is really where I find one of the best ways to reset. Also great, of course, to go away on holiday and just surround yourself with a new environment.
Yeah.
All right. To the young developers and people like Misho out there, where do you think, or what do you think the South African techies should be looking into?
Because our world is becoming a lot more technologically inclined and so forth, I think they should look into HCI, or what they call human-computer interaction.
Mm-hmm.
So more than just building the things, which a lot of developers do really well, is to understand where it fits into that person's life in a broader context. So that's, from the interaction on the actual, say, device, if that's the thing, to how that person would get to be using that device and the quality of, how they're actually using it and how it fits into their life as well. So I think that's where developers in South Africa or wherever should be looking to as well. So, because an example would be some of the VR stuff that you've seen. It's just really, for me right now, it's still very early because it's just like this thing is really cool. We can do all these things, but there's not a lot of thought into how people interact with it and the quality of that interaction. And for me, a lot of them have actually not been all that impressive. Of course. Yeah,
so basically, in short, we need to become more human.
I would
in our
say
thinking.
that, and in relation to this new technology. So the technology is not going to stop. and but it needs to actually enhance our lives, and then seeing how you can play in that divide between the human and the technology.
All right, so we're about to wrap up. Firstly, how do people get hold of you in terms from a social media point of view?
So I'm Palesa08 on just about every social network.
Oh, Palesa08.
Palesa08, yeah, long story. But on Twitter, probably like the most. Also on Goodreads, I really enjoy Goodreads. Just seeing what people are reading, and and all that. So if you can find me there, that would also be great.
All right. And as a parting message to all the young people out there listening, word of encouragement, challenging, I don't know, just a parting word for the geeks out there.
I'd say to be intentional with your time. Just planning every hour, like I'm going to spend it in this way, whether it's relaxing or it's studying or whatever. But just not allowing the day to just run away with you, basically. Just be in control of your time. And I'll also reiterate again the importance of reading. So even with technology and everything, it's still one of the best ways to invest in yourself, like in your self-development. And technology has not displaced the need for people to gain ideas from others, say in a book format, and to be able to build on those ideas as well to share with the world.
All right. Palesa, thank you so much for coming through. I know we contacted you at the very last minute. That's sort of like our culture in a way. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to people who are expecting Vincent and Fami.
No.
Yeah, they probably are like, okay, this guy said Vincent, but she doesn't sound like a Vincent.
No, not at all. We kind of look alike. No, I'm kidding.
All right, no, thank you for your time. I will definitely hijack Vincent some other time as well.
Yes.
No. We'll bring them both to the studio. I think it would
Even
be
better.
Yeah, that would be great. I would love to. I would actually love to come through with Tom as well, who is our third partner at Signal, who is the maker.
Oh, okay.
At Signal. So yeah, if you guys can have all of us there, it would be fun.
No, we'll definitely hook it up.
Yeah, just bring your own Wi-Fi. I'm kidding. Anyway. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was Palesa Siveko, who is doing quite some amazing stuff in the tech industry, shaping up the ecosystem and doing all things techie, all things digital, all things making. And she has a picture of a robot almost everywhere online.
Basically, that's her being geeky all the way, like she said. She's all geeked out. So basically, if you're looking for her on Twitter, you'll definitely spot the robot. You won't miss it.
Okay, Misho, just quickly tell us about GK Hack. What's the hype about? So
it's happening next week Friday. A bit crazy right now. Wrapping up, preparing for that. The nice thing is we've got a team, 15 guys from Mozambique.
Okay.
Who'll be coming through from the hackathon. We've got a team from Botswana that'll be coming through.
Okay.
We'll potentially have a team from Belgium campus. We'll have teams from Pretoria, Joburg, and a whole parts of the country. I think there's some guys coming through from Durban. We've got really cool sponsors with our title sponsor being...
Northern Cape is also coming.
Northern Cape is coming. Definitely,
guys,
Northern Cape is going to be there. You represent the NC Dev ecosystem. And then our title sponsor for the hack is Liberty and Standard Bank. They basically running... making sure that it's going to happen. It's going to be...
Okay. What people want to know...
It's going to be at Braamfontein.
All right. What people want to know...
There's how food and then there's Wi-Fi.
What people want to know is how do they register?
If you're in luck, let me actually check right now. The tickets are already up. Let me just check how many are left. They're running out. So if you want to register, go to gkhack17.eventbrite.com. gkhack17.eventbrite.com. Look at he smiling that he just did what he just... Oh, guys, the tickets are flying. Hey, so they really are dashing out. So make your way there. Unfortunately, once they close, we won't be able to assist.
So some people are already coming to me. T, we're cool, right? We're buddies, right?
We saw a tweet from a good friend of ours, which we won't mention. He's like, if you know T and Misha, you sorted. Hey, guys, it's rough.
But part of being a geek is that in Zulu we have a saying that says "Indonda imenywa." A man does not get invited. And does not need invites. It's sort of like the same thing being a geek as well. Ever since I've known you, Misho, you didn't need a ticket to go attend anywhere. You never registered for anything. This is part of a geek culture. Oh, wait. No, ladies and gentlemen, just go ahead and register for...
So guys, register. If it's really bad and you really want to come, give us a shot. We'll try to make a plan. The reason why we're pushing registration is it's going to be at Liberty, and there will be a lot of strict access will be a bit limited. So we need to manage those type of things. So register. Tickets are really fly. Like as I'm speaking, I'm actually seeing people register. That's pretty awesome. So I'll just give it up one more time. gkhack17.eventbrite.com.
Yes, Brite is BRITE. Anyway, the Geek Culture Vacation Week program is happening 2 to 6 October in
Alexander.
Yeah, man, Alex.
Alex, bro.
Yep, we're going to Alex. So it's going to be an interesting one.
What is the VECWEC?
The VECWEC program is a high school's program where we teach young people how to code, how to build businesses, and so forth. There are a lot of activities, but at the end, they get to have mobile apps, electronic systems, websites, all things techie, all things cool techie. And the theme this time is space sciences and technologies.
Nice.
So they will be building their own mini satellites with electronic sensors, and then we're going to send mid-space. We're going to send those sensors mid-space and then gather data back, and then they'll visualize that data in mobile apps, web applications, all things space data. So it's going to be an exciting one if you want to be a mentor for that program, because you guys as techies out there, you get to mentor these high school learners. So go on to future.geekculture.com. And also next week I'll be turning up in Limpopo.
Limbs, tell us more about
yes, somewhere in Libuahomo. So they have this career day, annual career day that takes place, and then they call on some people. Apparently, they're important people in the industry. Because I have a cool jacket.
Like who? Who do they call? That was not available. That they had to call you.
They checked many people who were not available, and then they just said, "Tiani, are you available?" I'm like, I'm not really available. Will there be food? I said, "Yeah, there will be a lot of food." And okay, let's go. But we'll be there at Tahayatela Secondary School in Limpopo. That's where I will be just before GK Hack, and we'll be broadcasting live at the hackathon.
Yes, so this show that you're listening to, our brand live Geeks Connect show, goes for an hour every Thursday from 10 to 11. But next weekend, it's going to be running on concurrent on different sessions, different slots. We will post them out for you guys. There'll be different presenters. You won't be hearing our ugly voices. You'll be hearing other better voices who will be sharing. You know your voice is weird, bro.
Yeah, but it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right, but we'll be hearing
okay,
better voices.
we have to wrap up the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so stay good, guys. Keep on preparing, keep on hacking, keep on building stuff.
Embrace your geek heritage. Embrace your geek heritage. Make sure that you wear geeky on Sunday and make it fun. It's a long weekend. I know that most of you will be coding, will be doing all sort of cool stuff. Let's do it. Let's be awesome. Let's keep the fire burning.
Shasha.
To brandlive.co.za. brandlive.co.za. Harnessing the power of talk radio. brandlive.co.za. Guess who got brands talking? brandlive.co.za.